Hello friends and welcome to my kitchen. My name's Emily and I'm a member pioneer for the co-op and it's Fairtrade Fortnight, so I thought what better time to let you know why I'm so bananas about fair trade. If that's not appealing enough for you, I'll show you how to make this banana bread. So if you want to be the most popular person in your household, or you're just wanting to learn a little bit more about what fair trade really is, just keep watching. And if you don't like my banana puns, don't worry, you can tell me. I've got thick skin. Without further ado, are you ready? First things first. So what exactly is fair trade anyway? Is it just another one of those confusing product labels like dolphin friendly shampoo? No, 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 no. We all need healthy food to live, and much of our food is grown elsewhere because it's just not hot enough to do it here. So we have to rely on farmers in places like South America and Africa to provide lots of the foods that we want and need. Fair trade is basically about getting better prices and better working conditions for the farmers and helping to promote sustainability within the farming communities. It's about being fair for people and for the planet. If we don't look after the planet, we can't have wonderful things like the main ingredient, my brethren, are beautiful bananas. Now, you may be thinking that these bananas look pretty worse for wear. And I would agree, you probably don't want one of these guys in your lunchbox. But bananas like this are actually perfect for banana bread. See, this is another thing that I love about banana bread. Not only can you make it using lots of brilliant fair trade ingredients, it also helps us cut down on food waste because these guys might have otherwise just ended up in the bin. And that's no life for a banana. And I don't want to see any comments about banana cannibalism because I'm a banana making banana bread. The concept is not lost on me, but it's the circle of life. It's what every banana dreams of. I hope that when I'm old and battered and bruised, somebody mashes me up and puts me in the oven. That got a bit weird, didn't it? Should we just move on? So we're going to take our bananas, peel them and mash them. You can either use a fork for this or use a potato masher. Next, we need to add equal parts oil, white sugar, and brown sugar. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then stir that all up until it's really well mixed. Then we're going to add our dry ingredients. So first of all, flour. And then we have a mix of baking soda, a little bit of salt, and cinnamon or whatever spice mix you like. Mix that until it's just combined. Now it's time to fold in our tastiest ingredient. Now you can use nuts for this if you like, or some people use raisins and dried fruit. For me though, I'm going to go for some Fairtrade dark chocolate. If you love chocolate and can't imagine life without it, you're not alone. I think a lot of people would agree with you. I've even heard that chimpanzees love snacking on the cocoa beans in the rainforest where they grow. But like bananas and coffee, chocolate is one of our beloved products that could be under threat from the climate crisis. Although the cocoa beans do need hot temperatures to grow, the regions where they grow just keep getting hotter and hotter. If nothing is done, they could become too hot to grow cocoa beans by 2050. And I don't know about you, but a future without chocolate is not a future that I want to live in. If you're wondering how much chocolate to put in the banana bread, I can't answer that for you. I would just suggest going with the amount that your heart desires, and then add 20% to account for the pieces that you're going to eat while baking. Now all that's left to do is add our lovely thick batter to a lined baking tin. Make sure you smooth it down nicely. And then finally, just before popping it in the oven, we're going to sprinkle it with a bit more of that lovely brown sugar on the top. Now we just need to bake it at the center of a preheated oven at 180 degrees for about 50 minutes, or until you can insert a skewer and it comes out clean. That was tiring work. I think while we wait, I'm going to have a lovely cup of fair trade coffee. Did you know that 25 million people around the world rely on coffee production? That's a lot to think about in the morning. Fairtrade want to tackle climate change because climate change isn't fair. Here in the UK, we contribute a lot to climate change, but don't see the worst of the effects. Whereas people in Africa, which is the continent that is most vulnerable to climate change, they contribute the least. For example, one person in the UK has a carbon footprint 21 times that of somebody in Cote d'Ivoire. We're going to need some bigger shoes. By paying the farmers a fair wage, that means that they're more equipped to deal with climate emergencies when they arise. Fairtrade also supports farmers to protect biodiversity. Unsustainable farming has contributed to 1 million animal and plant species being at risk for extinction. Farming doesn't always have to be harmful to the planet. It's like when we're mixing together the batter for our banana bread. We have to mix it up a bit to get the job done, but if we do it too much, it's going to disrupt the delicate balance of all the ingredients there, and that's no good for anyone. Hopefully, I've illustrated why it's so important to protect the well-being of the people and planet that make up the food that we love and need, and why it's so important to treat them fairly. So, what can we do about this? The answer is very simple. Choose fair trade products when you can. It's so easy to identify fair trade products when you're out at the supermarket. You just have to look for a logo just like this. Maybe not just like this. The real one doesn't look like it was made by somebody who was having an argument with a sewing machine. Just in case, here's what the real one looks like. You can learn more by going to the Fairtrade website, which will be linked in the description. You can learn more about what the fair trade standards are, learn about different fair trade products, because there are a lot of them, even things like flowers and cotton. You can also even learn about the farmers that make the food that we've been using today. Please await your first slice of banana bread that'll be with you in the post in 4 to 6 weeks. On reflection, maybe that's not such a good idea. I'll leave it to Fairtrade to give the farmers what they deserve. So there we have it, everyone. After 50 short minutes in the oven, we've got a delicious, mouth-watering banana bread ready to share with your lockdown buddies. Thank you so much for joining me today to learn a little bit more about baking and about fair trade products. If you're looking for other ways to use fair trade ingredients, the Co-op website has tons of recipes. So if you end up making any of those or my banana bread, please let me know. Make sure you tag the Co-op, Fairtrade and me on Twitter because I'll love to have a look. All in all, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Look after yourself and others, and remember that our choices can help to change the world.